2 Samuel 10, King Nahash, the Ammonite king, dies. David sends messengers to express condolence. The Ammonite people humiliate the messengers, which kickstarts a war. The Ammonites hire help and are unsuccessful. Israel subjugates the Ammonites. 2 Samuel 11, David notices Bathsheba bathing and finds out she is the wife of a loyal soldier, Uriah. David impregnates Bathsheba. He tries to make special arrangements to encourage Uriah to sleep with his wife, but he does not. Desperate for a private solution, David arranges a situation that he knows Uriah's death is inevitable. 2 Samuel 12. The prophet Nathan gives David a story about one rich man taking the only valuable lamb of a poor man. David confesses his terrible deeds that resulted in Uriah's death. David and Bathsheba's son gets ill and dies. Joab sends a message that David is needed in war. Israel is successful. David's second son, Solomon, is born. 2 Samuel 13. King David's son, Amnon, sexually assaults David's daughter, Tamar, with the help of his cousin, Jonadab. Absalom, Tamar's brother, avenges her through ordering the death of Amnon. David made no attempt to correct that situation. 2 Samuel 14. Joab, David's army captain, finds a woman and has her bring a claim to David to judge. The issue Joab creates is one where a widowed woman has a son that killed his brother. Her family now wants to kill the murderous son. After agreeing to keep the woman's son safe, David finds out Joab orchestrated this decision as a way to legally bring Absalom, David's son, back to the kingdom. 2 Samuel 15. Absalom, David's son, who had his brother Amnon murdered, plots a hostile takeover of the kingdom 40 years later. Absalom slowly gains the approval of Israel. David has to flee, leaving behind his 10 concubines. David instructs 2 priests and 1 friend to continue to serve in Absalom's kingdom, reporting to David as informants. 2 Samuel 16. David flees his kingdom because his son Absalom has organized a takeover. Ziba, a servant to King Saul's relative, brings food to David and his men. As David is fleeing, a supporter of King Saul throws insults and rocks at David. 2 Samuel 17. Ahithophel is David's previous advisor. Now that Absalom, David's son, has staged a takeover of David's throne, Ahithophel now works for Absalom. Ahithophel tells Absalom that they should plot to kill David. Hushai, a friend to David, advises Absalom against that, and his advice is taken. Ahithophel takes his own life after realizing he has lost his influence. Absalom appoints Amasa to be his army captain. 2 Samuel 18. David divides his army into thirds so that Ittai, Joab, and Abishai each lead a group. They defeat the men leading the rebellion against David. Joab delivers the final blow, ending Absalom's life. David mourns the death of his third son. 2 Samuel 19. David mourns bitterly for the loss of his third son, Absalom. Joab, David's military leader, dealt the final blow. The Bible does not make it clear that David was aware of this, but David appoints Amasa to be military leader in verse 13. This is significant because Absalom, David's son who organized a takeover of David's throne, had trusted Amasa as his military captain. Joab advises David to speak with Israel. The majority is not happy David will be king instead of Absalom. 2 Samuel 20. Sheba, a man from the tribe of Benjamin, declares that David is not his king by blowing a horn as a signal. This provokes the people already unhappy with David's leadership. Joab, David's military leader, has Sheba killed. David locks his 10 concubines away until their deaths. Joab ends Amasa's life. Amasa is the man David attempts to replace Joab with.